And the two. Sport. And here's the upcoming schedule for the New York Knicks. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics. Then on Thursday, they head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit.
And that game against Brooklyn, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take it to the floor, and they want to get off to a fast start this year.
And now the Los Angeles starters. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5. And for the Knicks, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at center, filling out the middle. Now here's Hart. Outside Robinson. Clock at 2. Shoots. With the clock winding down. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson, if you fail to get a body on him, he will go to the offensive glass and make you pay.
Screen by James. Doncic passes to James. And he gets that one. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
Here's Robinson following the score by Los Angeles. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Doncic.
Guys, when you talk about Josh Hart, he is putting himself in the conversation for one of the best rebounding guards we've ever seen.
Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
Now, here is James. We saw him with 19 his last time out.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
And the Knicks with the possession here. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Six to shoot. They grab their own miss. Inside, it's stolen by James. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
That's about power, that's about control, and that's about LeBron James and the ability to have touch inside.
Here's Bridges. Oh, and it's a big-time dunk as he slams it right over Doncic.
What Mikal Bridges saying, don't sleep on my athleticism, some big-time hops.
James passes to Doncic. Here's Hayes. Knocks it loose. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Hart goes in, and the layup is good off the glass.
I'll tell you, Josh Hart, if he sees a lane and an opportunity to drive, I promise he's going at it.
Screen by James. Doncic deciding where to go with it. It's a mark, and the layup is good.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
The Knicks with the lead. Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. I asked Coach what it's like facing LeBron now versus earlier in his career, and he quickly responded, not much. He's still extremely difficult to game plan for. Even at this stage of his career, he remains a dominant force. So limiting his production will be crucial for them in this matchup, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Towns. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable. Robinson can't hit.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
That one's good from James on the assist by Doncic. James has got 6.
Listen, we all know Luka Doncic can score, but equally impressive to me is his playmaking ability.
Anunoby for 3. Vanderbilt pulls it in. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
And finished off by Hayes.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Anunoby for 3. Here's Hart. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Doncic against Hart. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Hayes with a screen. And there's James from the arc. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Anunoby for 3. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Lakers on. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Hart in at the shooting guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Anunoby for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
They're running the floor like he's still in his 20s. LeBron smoking defenders who are trying to get back. Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group. Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Bridges against Doncic. Pass to James. And it's James inside.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. Anything short of that is a failure.
James with the ball. 15 points in the game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Here's Bridges. Outside Anunoby. It's Robinson, high post. Out to Bridges. Puts up a three. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, good position, feet set. Bridges totally ready to get the shot off and catch and shoot situation. It's nicely done.
Here's Doncic. Puts the move on. Oh, Luka playing grown man ball inside.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Hart passes to Anunoby. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Towns a screen on James. Anunoby with it. Guarded now by Finney-Smith. Boom! He jams it straight down.
The vertical of OG Anunoby. Go ahead, sir. Finish with authority.
Out to James. Vanderbilt, a screen on Anunoby. James. The shot off that time. Oh, a nice D from Anunoby. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Bridges. Pass to Hart. Got a piece of it. Here's Towns. Back to Hart. Shot clock at 6. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
That's all grit from Josh Hart. This guy will mix it up on the interior.
Doncic against Bridges. Doncic outside. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Hart goes in, and there's the foul. It's on Jackson Hayes. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Bridges misses. Los Angeles leading by 4. And here's Doncic. Last game with 30 to the middle. Here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Hayes. Bridges against Doncic. Vanderbilt with a screen. And it's Doncic missing. New York has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Hart passes to Towns. Vanderbilt pulls it in. The Lakers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. And slam dunk by James.
When LeBron gets the ball, guys, and there aren't numbers back in transition, it almost always results in an easy hoop.
Bridges. Rebounded by the Lakers. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds in the game. Doncic outside. Back to Finney-Smith. James, a screen on Hart. Finney-Smith's shot is off. Got it off in time. No good that time. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, Carl.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space.
And since we have... Thanks as always.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
And the Lakers, looking at who they've got. Connect is out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Alex Len. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Goodwin in at the 2-guard spot. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Tucker with a screen on Reeves. And here's Brunson from the arc. Not going to go that time. The Lakers lead by 10. Here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Wow, the ability to get off your feet in a hurry. Rui Hachimura with the dunk.
Brunson passes to Tucker. Outside Achua. Lets the three fly. Gets the three ball to go. Achua's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Reeves against Wright. Drive by Reeves. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career from role player to star player?
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Tucker with a screen on Reeves. And here's Brunson from the arc.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
All right, a moment now to bring up last season's top rebounding teams. Number 5, the Knicks.
Their effort on the boards was a point of pride for them. They play a physical style, and it served them well.
Here's Reeves going inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Achua can't hit.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Fires the three. Hachimura from long range. Buries it from 3. Hachimura's got 7.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
He gets it in there.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
Achua with room at the rim and doesn't hesitate.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. They've led by as many as 14. Has to connect. Right against Reeves. Just 5 on the clock. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Len. And again, it's the Lakers.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
I'll tell you, a confident stroke from Precious Achua. He has elevated this aspect of his game.
Here's Reeves. Pass to connect. Back to Reeves. And the 3 off target.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Right, pass to Brunson. Tucker with a screen. Here's Beauchamp. Brunson looks it over. Tucker with a screen on Reeves from the arc. Pass to Beauchamp. Outside Brunson from behind the arc. He's off on that one.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Here's Connect. Pounded by Wright. Got a hand on it. Now here's Brunson. Here's Tucker. And so it's Los Angeles. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. And don't go. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got DeLon Wright. P.J. Tucker is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Beauchamp in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Finney Smith with it, hard covering. Outside Finney Smith. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Anunoby. Lays it up and banks it in.
Wow, a level of physicality brought to OG Anunoby, and he says, I can match that.
Doncic against Bridges. Doncic outside. Here's James. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Doncic has got 5 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 9. Bridges passes to Hart. Bridges outside. Here's Towns. Takes it inside. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Doncic passes to James. Clock at 6. Back to Doncic. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Anunoby for 3. The Lakers with a rebound. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Doncic passes to Hayes. Bridges against Doncic. Hayes with a screen on Bridges. Here's Doncic. The offensive rebound. Back to James. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Robinson.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Driving to the basket. Towns for 3. Fires hitting the triple. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
James a screen on Bridges. Doncic passes to James. Down low. Hayes finds Doncic. Puts it up. Again, Doncic missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Len's checked in.
You can see that OG Anunoby wants the opportunity to deliver in a big moment and does.
Doncic passes to James. And it's James with the jam.
Well, should any of us be surprised if they need a bucket? LeBron says, get me the ball, and delivers once again.
Bridges against Doncic. Robinson a screen on Doncic. Bridges passes to Robinson. Yep, that one goes.
Wow, Mitchell Robinson embracing the moment in a big-time bucket.
Doncic against Bridges. Now here's Doncic. He's covered closely. Oh, Luka inside, just finding a way.
Luka Doncic is the option, folks. You see the trust they place in him and why.
Foul on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
.103 left to play in the fourth quarter. James, a screen on Bridges. The 3 is up. And it's Doncic missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Towns. Pass to Robinson. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul. Mitchell Robinson.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Now Los Angeles with it. 3-point lead. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
James against Anunoby. 5 on the clock. Kicks it to Doncic. 4-3. Another miss by Doncic. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for New York. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Foul on Josh Hart. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge.
NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review.
We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Doncic outside. Oh, they get a hand on it. From deep, he connects. And so it's the Lakers with the W. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
of the... A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Bucks. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And you know, for that Pistons game, that's one to watch for. Fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. And for New York, Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Robinson in at the 5 down low. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Lillard against Anunoby. Outside Jackson. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
Here's Anunoby. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Prince against Anunoby. Pass to Hart. The 3 ball. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
You know, he does a little bit of everything. When Hart is draining the three-pointer, that's when he's most dangerous.
Lillard from outside hits the 3-point bomb.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Anunoby. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Towns, the pass to Anunoby. Towns kicks to Anunoby. From outside, off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Once Giannis gets that close to the rim, you know that he'll do everything he can to make the finish happen.
Here's Bridges. Another shot, and Robinson with the layup.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here's Bridges. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Drills it from outside.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the best trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Anunoby and the Knicks hit again from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Lillard outside. Giannis outside. The Knicks pull it in. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Prince. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and a nice assist from Prince. Giannis has got 10 points.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
And that basket's going to count, folks. And here we go. Coach's challenge on that.
Will be reviewed under NBA rules.
Goaltending review process. One thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
On the court for Milwaukee here in the second, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big and strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls.
And Clark, the debate around Karl Anthony Towns. Is he the greatest shooting big of all time?
Well, look, if you just want to go numbers, it's an emphatic yes. No 7-footer has ever shot it like Cat. Around 40% from 3 over his career. That's not just a 1 or 2 season deal. That's a multi-year career. So I say yes.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Lillard's passing game, a thing of beauty. Got that ball to a guy who had a quality look and got it to him on time.
Lopez with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. Giannis flies the other way.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
Hart the pass to Anunoby. Robinson with it. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
The reach, the athleticism, the timing, no surprise, Giannis swatted that one away.
Bucks passing it around. Prince wide open. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. Outside, Towns. Up top, Hart, covered by Lillard. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. The Knicks making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Lillard outside. Stolen by Anunoby. And now the Knicks on the break. And here's Brunson outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lopez kicks to Lillard. Off target with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hart finds Brunson. To the inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Prince. And it's the Bucks on the break. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Here's Anunoby. Oh, good with the triple.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Antetokounmpo passes to Prince. That's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Prince. Knicks trail by 13. Hart with a screen on Prince. And here's Brunson outside. Kept alive. Pass to Hart. On the wing, Anunoby. A three-pointer, no good. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Anunoby. And it's Towns penetrating. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Prince. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
19.
Lopez outside. Back to Lillard. Left side, out of the Antetokounmpo. One-on-one fast break. The lead now in single digits. Anunoby's got his second bucket of the night.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Jackson has the open look. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting us. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hello and welcome.
Well, I think for the Knicks, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason. Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Milwaukee Bucks.
They're moving that up.
And that is it for halftime, folks.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
Mikal Bridges out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Achua. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Brunson in at the point guard. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Here's Achua. Wright with a screen on Trent. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
24.
Trent with it. Kuzma outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Knicks trail by 9. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Nice shot by Portis.
And you can just see how confident Portis is inside. I mean, very comfortable there. Feels like he can score whenever he wants to.
Brunson with a clean look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 8.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Kuzma, right side. Trent kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Connaughton. Just 4 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Trent can't hit. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Bridges outside. Brunson against Portis. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Brunson.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Trent passes to Sims. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact, because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line, unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Connects from three-point range.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Here's Sims. That shot missing. Bridges with some nice defense.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Milwaukee leading by 8. To the paint, and stolen by Achiuwa. On the wing, Bridges. Tucker with the ball. He's against Kuzma. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
They've come into the second half with a renewed focus at the offensive end. Put in a lot of work and effort into it. Let's see if they can sustain it.
Connaughton sets a screen for Trent. And Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge. Official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Jackson. That's to Lopez. Three-pointer, Lillard. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Brunson against Jackson, and now we've got the intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
2 free throws coming up, and they call. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
At the line, 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Lillard against Robinson. Here's Jackson. And again, the Bucks miss. Anunoby in the corner. Shoots the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Anunoby's got 9 points.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Lillard, good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Bucks on top. Now let's hear what Coach Tom.
Don't hold on to the ball. Keep the ball moving.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot.
Tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry. And some of that is his stride, but that fella's got some big feet too.
Anunoby kicks to Hart. Brunson scanning the floor. Jalen Brunson with the float kick. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for New York.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Yep, that one goes.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And Lillard kicks to Giannis. Anunoby against Lillard. To the middle. Here's Lopez. From deep, Prince. Good on the triple.
Prince gets the ball and knows he's ready to let it fly. This guy plays with great confidence.
And Prince comes to help. Stolen by Jackson. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And here is Prince. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one is on Towns.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bucks.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Pass to Prince. Now Jackson. Lillard finds Prince. And stolen by Anunoby. Here's Brunson. So fast in transition. Brunson gets it in there.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Down his left side. Kicks it out to Lillard. Pass to Lopez. 5 to shoot. Here's Prince. Robinson with the block. Up top, Anunoby. Guarded by Jackson. Brunson against Prince. Brunson draws the double. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Towns a screen on Jackson.
2 minutes remaining on the
Shot clock at 5. Here's Hart. Outside for Robinson. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Robinson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Knicks. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Lopez outside. A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Jackson a screen on Brunson. Lillard the pass to Lopez. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Robinson goes in, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy. Custom crafted for moments just like this. Damian Lillard.
Brunson barreling in. Robinson passes to Hart. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Brunson. They kick out to Anunoby. Here's Robinson. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Lillard scanning the floor. The kick out to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Pass to Prince. Here's Lillard. Takes the 3. No good on that one. Brunson outside. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Jackson, that's a two-pointer. So a close game sees New York take this one. All right, DA, thanks again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg.
Welcome to Duke. And here's a look now at the last few months of assist numbers for Austin Reeves.
One aspect of his game that suffered the past few months, passing the basketball. He hasn't shown that same creativity that we've seen from him earlier in the year, and his assists are down.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Jackson in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Lakers with the ball, following the score by Milwaukee. And they pick up 2. So many things to love about opening day. What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
Now here's Doncic. And it's James with the jam.
This is classic LeBron leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
James against Lillard. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. For 3, here's Lillard. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
A genuine sniper from downtown. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
Doncic finds James. Back to Doncic. James, a screen on Jackson. Doncic. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Los Angeles' head coach had a few moments to share with me. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Now here's Lopez. James with a steal. And they're on the break. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Jackson with a screen on James. The ball's knocked loose. Antetokounmpo against Vanderbilt. And the basket by Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo has got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Okay, wow, oh man, LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he's still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Now here's Lopez. Antetokounmpo, right side. Prince, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by James. Now the Lakers moving it up. And here's Doncic outside. The rebound by the Bucks. And their first look at this year's Lakers squad.
An interconference matchup. Now, last year, they beat this team in both games.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on James. Stolen by Vanderbilt. James deciding where to go with it. Count it. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight. Turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now here's Lillard to the inside. Stolen by Vanderbilt. And it's the Lakers on the break. Oh, LeBron hammers it home.
Oh, watch out. LeBron James on the break. Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. Just get out of the way.
Antetokounmpo inside. Working on Vanderbilt. And the basket is good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Doncic outside. Pass to Hayes. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got his 6th assist of the night.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Here's James. Second chance shot. And here's Vanderbilt. Doncic outside. And Los Angeles, another three.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He put together 10. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game, and you gave everything to the game."
Oh, huge slam!
Honestly, I feel so fortunate to be able to sit here and watch this because there are not many vintage performances by LeBron James left to go in his career.
A nice shot by Lillard.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Jackson. And it's Doncic on the drive. Gets it to go. Luka so controlled at the rim.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Prince. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Hey, shot's good.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Prince. Lillard finds Prince. And he jams it home with authority.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Great idea by Lillard, using that experience to run the offense.
Jackson against Doncic. Pass to Hayes. paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Lillard against Doncic. Antetokounmpo inside. Banked it in off the glass. And now just a three-point Los Angeles lead. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Vanderbilt, a screen on Jackson. To the middle. In transition, here come the Bucks. The three from Prince. Can't get it to go. He's made three, he's missed three so far. Los Angeles leading by 3. Doncic outside. Richard at the three-point shot was never introduced. How different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. The Lakers, third.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
Doncic outside. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Bucks trail by 5. To the inside. Here's Lopez. Rebounded by the Lakers. They've led by as much as 10. And there's James from the arc. LeBron fires and hits a 3.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Lillard into the lane. Antetokounmpo. Lillard finds Antetokounmpo. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Changes now for the Lakers. Lynn's checked in for Vanderbilt, and Hachimura has subbed in for LeBron. Doncic against Jackson. Pass to Lynn. Three-pointer. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Bucks trail by 8. It's Prince on the wing. Three-pointer. Knocks down the triple. Prince has got 9 points now in the quarter.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. There's the screen by Lynn. Down low. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. 15 seconds left to play in the first half. Hits a three-pointer.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
It's stolen by Doncic. With 4 on the clock, here's Hachimura. The shot comes out. And we finished off one half of play. The Lakers on top. They lead by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello.
He's feeling it. Exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to...
Taking a closer look at the first half. And that's a wrap on halftime.
And if you just join it in, one half is in the books. One half. Have to go. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Not only does he have solid defensive instincts, he just plays extremely hard. And I know people might not realize this, but that is a skill, and it is very difficult for the opposition. It is a recipe for disaster.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. They've got Pat Connaughton, Kyle Kuzma out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Sims in at the 5.
There it is. With Reeves, you don't have to worry about his confidence.
And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
4 on the clock. Out to Portis. Fires from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Portis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to connect. Here's Lynn. Now Reeves. Here he goes. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Once he gets some momentum, Reeves is going right to that hoop.
On the wing, Connaughton. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Here's Connect, covered by Connaughton. Outside Reeves. Pass to Connect, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And Los Angeles making a change here. Kleba's checked in.
Number 14.
Reeves against Trent. Portis with a screen on Reeves. Trent, the pass to Portis. Uses the glass on the layup. Portis has got 5.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Reeves against Trent. Here's Lynn, and he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Lynn passes to Hachimura. The shot misses. The Bucks trail by 6. And the call will be against Bobby Portis. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Milton's checked in for the Lakers.
Number 20, Jake Milton.
Outside Reeves, 18 feet out. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Milwaukee has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Here's Sims, pass to Portis. Connaughton outside. Trent outside. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Lynn. Outside Milton. Count that one. And the Lakers lead by 6.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
The kick out to Kuzma. On the wing, Connaughton. Back to Kuzma. And there's the drive. Pass to Sims. It's tipped. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Lynn is good.
Oh, you expect Rui to finish that play, but when a guy is this open, he makes a quality pass.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Hachimura with a screen on Trent. Takes the three. They get the rebound. The kick out to Milton. Tries again. Again, the Lakers score. 5 ticks left to play in the third. Here's Kuzma. And it's good.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
So fast, the officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but...
And so it's Los Angeles, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period.
Let's get stops. Focus on the stop. Come on, everyone.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Luka Doncic is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Laker 5. Lillard tipped. Outside Finney-Smith. Here's Doncic. Back to Finney-Smith. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. And the Lakers lead by 13. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Doncic finds James. Deflects the pass. Inside. Who is stolen by Lillard. Lays out. To the inside. Oh! Don't let Giannis in!
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
To the paint. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them, leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Antetokounmpo, a screen on James. Here's Lillard. Oh, Lillard, the one flying high.
Hey, get up, Dave. Mr. Lillard taking flight.
Doncic against Jackson, who is stolen by Lillard. In transition, here come the Bucks. And the dunk by Lillard.
No doubt about it, guys. We've got a ball game here. I'm sensing a major momentum swing after the steal and run out.
Here's James. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you gotta make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Misses the 3.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James passes to Doncic. Look at Doncic finishing the break in style.
They give Luka the ball, and you know what happens next. Instantly, he finds the shot.
And it's Lillard penetrating. And the dunk by Lillard.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Vanderbilt with a screen. 5 to shoot. Here's James. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Jackson, pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis working inside.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Prince against James. Outside Finney Smith. Back to James. Vanderbilt, a screen on Prince. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks pushing it up now. Here's Jackson. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot. And will go to the line. We've got 1:08 left in the fourth. Vanderbilt, a screen on Jackson. Here's Doncic. In the paint. Luka.
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's more than capable of scoring there in the paint.
Lillard outside. James with the block. And they get it back. Here's Antetokounmpo. Just 4 to shoot. And he sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, give Lopez props for staying.
That was unbelievable!
Wow. Now that is a finish for the ages.
Lillard double team. Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by Vanderbilt. And it's Antetokounmpo with the miss. Now Los Angeles with it. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Vanderbilt, a screen on Jackson. James, good on the shot. And now a 9-point Los Angeles lead. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much. And a look here at the passing numbers over the last several months for Austin Reed.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about.
So the New York starting five. Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in a shooting guard position. And for the Lakers, up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Back to Anunoby. Brunson scanning the floor. Trains it from beyond the arc. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
The lefty Brunson with a sweet 3-stroke.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. We talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. We have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
And vision such a key part of Brunson's game as the point.
Doncic against Bridges. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Inside, here's Hayes. Pass to Vanderbilt. Shot clock at 6. Vanderbilt, a screen on Bridges. Three-pointer is rebounded by Towns. The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Brunson. And it's in there. Brunson's got his 3rd basket of the night. Lakers trail by 6. Doncic left side. Sinks that one from the post. All right, Brent, a fresh season of NBA basketball. How excited are you?
Oh, man, Kevin, on a scale of 1 to 10, can I go 20? I mean, we've been waiting for these games to start for months. The offseason seems endless, and there's always drama about player movement, who's going where, and expectation, but nothing better than getting that ball thrown up. And let's see these guys go at it.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Vanderbilt kicks to Doncic. And he gets the bucket. Doncic has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Towns, a screen on Doncic. Outside for Robinson. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
James outside. Oh, good on the triple.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
On the wing, Anunoby. Guarded by Doncic, and it's Robinson with the jam.
And that's Mitchell Robinson's attitude. Anywhere around the rim, he's going to rock it.
LeBron with a screen on Bridges. Beyond the arc. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Doncic.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Bridges, no one around him. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Here's Finney Smith. LeBron kicks to Doncic. And stolen by Anunoby. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
And he also brings the hustle to the table. Towns doesn't wait when the break is on. He's quick to get up the court.
Now, here's Doncic. Last game with 30 points. Pass to Vanderbilt. Towns with the steal. And Brunson, here we go. The kick out to Anunoby. Robinson sets a screen for Anunoby. And the rejection by LeBron. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New York.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside. They're using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Luka Doncic out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the 5 down low. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. The Knicks leading by 8. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Finney-Smith can't get it to go. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for New York. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met. But what a great game.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Knicks making the shot. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ. Michael Jordan.
Here's Robinson. Lets the 3 fly. And finished off by Robinson.
Not a coach in the league would be displeased with that kind of energy and effort that Mitchell Robinson showed there.
And Mitchell Robinson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Dives for it. Hayes the pass to Vanderbilt. Lakers passing it around, and Hayes throws it down.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with a nice feed.
The Knicks leading by 10. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit, see how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
5 on the clock. Here's Finney-Smith. Brunson covering, and Finney-Smith gets it to go. New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Brunson against Doncic. Brunson the pass to Anunoby. In the corner, it's Bridges. Down low. A steal dunk by Robinson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Lakers trail by 12. Doncic looking it over. Inside, Hayes puts the move on. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight.
The orchestrator. Doncic knows where everyone is at all times and completely dictates the pace.
Now here's Brunson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. Epic counts.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
That one's in there that actually is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Finney Smith.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Now here's Towns. He had 19 points in the win against Phoenix.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Just 5 on the clock. Bridges for 3. Sinks the triple. Bridges has got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
Kicks it out to LeBron. Takes a 3. From range, LeBron is good.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Outside Robinson. The kick out to Towns. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Driving inside. And Towns throws it down.
You got to cut off these lanes if you're the D. When Towns spots one, he's coming through full force.
Here's Finney Smith. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Towns. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Checking out Los Angeles. I've always loved when I started the season at home. I'd be eating good. I'd be dominating down low.
Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Los Angeles Lakers. And that is
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Precious Achiuwa. P.J. Tucker is out there with Hart. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Beauchamp in its shooting guard. Here's Reeves. And the layup falls. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
These bigs can really put some force on the rim. Achiuwa falls directly in that category.
Reeves gets the bucket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Pass to Hart. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hart's got his first basket of the night.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Reeves in the corner. Trying to find Len. Gets it to him. Over to the wing. And a wide open look for Hachimura. And another 3 for the Lakers.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And right, here we go. It's Hart on the wing. Kleber defending. Hart kicks to right. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw drops for Wright.
At the line for the Knicks.
No good on the second free throw.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
To the wing on the left. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
Lakers ball.
Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Lakers in 5th.
You take a quick look at their assist totals from last season, and it's really impressive. A direct product of the disciplined, unselfish culture that this franchise represents.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So Hachimura will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Precious Achiuwa. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Hachimura being able to step out and shoot threes, that's huge for his development.
Pass to Achiuwa. Now Tucker. Back to Achiuwa. Second shot opportunity. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Offensive rebound. Len uses the glass to finish the layup.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up and snag that rebound.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Achiuwa. Now here's Tucker. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And some hoop and harm for P.J. Tucker on that play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Reeves outside. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Len. It's hauled in by Achiuwa. The Knicks leading by 10. It's good. Achiuwa's got 7 points for the quarter.
In the paint, Achiuwa can be very forceful. He knows how to utilize his power.
Right against Reeves. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Now here is Hachimura, guarded by Tucker. And Kleber slams it in.
Well, Hachimura not known as a playmaker, but unselfish play. That is part of his game.
Pass to Len. Tries a three. No good there. New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Achiuwa finds Tucker. Back to Achiuwa. Hart with it. Out to the right wing. Here's the three. Hits it from three-point range. Achiuwa's got 10 points here in the second half.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Here's Reeves. Here's Len. Pass to Hachimura. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hachimura's got 9.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's Wright. Here's Achiuwa. Now here's Hart. Kleber defending. And here is Hart. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New York going into the break with a 10-point lead. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the 5. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Doncic converts inside.
The body control on display there. Doncic looking determined to finish no matter the contact.
And Brunson, here we go. Robinson misses. Lakers trail by 8. LeBron with it. Bridges cover up. And the dunk by James.
Just watching the King come down the lane with that kind of roar. Wow, ferocious.
Brunson kicks to Anunoby. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Right side Towns.
You know, the size, talent, and fearlessness of Towns is a lethal concoction. A prime-time player who poses many problems for the defense.
Good on the second free throw. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Bridges against Doncic. James outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Bridges passes to Towns. Anunoby with it. Robinson on the wing. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. And Towns gets it to go.
On the catch and shoot there. Just so relaxed. Almost looks like Towns is playing a game of horse out there.
Doncic against Bridges. Here's Hayes. That 3 off the mark. New York leading by 10. Here's Towns. Out to Bridges. Anunoby outside. And another 3 for New York.
Every year, Anunoby seems to gain more and more confidence, especially in his jump shot.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Picked by Finney-Smith. Towns with the steal.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Brunson kicks to Robinson.
Back your name in this ball.
Banked in off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 15. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Knicks.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Here's Brunson, shakes him, and the layup is good.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Robinson with the block.
Well, the ferociousness that Robinson can have around the rim is impressive.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for New York.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to salvage a game from the season series after losing the first 2.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jalen Brunson.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now, here's Anunoby, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you
could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Finney Smith to halt the run, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Doncic against Brunson. Lays it up off the glass.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Finney Smith. Buries it from three-point range.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Brunson, here we go. Here's Robinson, taken away by Hayes. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the
Welcome to two. All right, now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past few months for Josh Hart.
And I'm sure he's not pleased with these stats. His rebounding has taken a bit of a tumble over the last couple of months. He's really got to get his energy back up on the glass and start fighting for boards again.
Now, New York starting five. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Robinson in at the five. And for Milwaukee, inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Prince in at the three.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Lillard. Oh, Robinson with a block.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Lillard looking around. Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Grant.
No question, B.A. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
And a big finish by Robinson.
You get to see on display how Jalen Brunson has become this dynamic force offensively. Nice use of the pick and roll.
Now here's Lillard, and there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
New York with the ball. First quarter, just over a minute played. Prince against Anunoby. Back to Robinson. And he banks in the layup. Robinson's got his second basket of the game.
Easy to see why Mitchell Robinson's shooting percentage is so high. He is so smart and judicious with the shots he takes.
And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
All right, Bucks fans, let's make some noise for the 414 crew.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Brunson. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Prince, a screen on Bridges. Jackson, the pass to Prince. Let's go with a 3. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Brunson against Lillard. Out to Bridges. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Outside Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. New York in 5th.
Boy, their rebounding last year was phenomenal. Great fundamentals, aggressive to the ball. That helped them pull down a lot of second chances.
Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Now here's Brunson. 15 in his last outing. Towns outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Jackson surveying the D. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. The 3.
And they've had a rough opening from the field.
Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Prince against Anunoby. And there's the lob.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And Lillard, here we go. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
The defense gets cut to shreds by Lillard on the drive. He's just so quick and agile.
Here's Brunson. Here's Bridges. Rejected by Lopez. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lopez. Three-pointer, Bridges. Sinks the tray.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
All right, let's go to Allie LaForce now, who spoke with Doc Rivers.
I discussed with Coach how difficult it is to guard Jalen Brunson. He initially joked. He said, you'll have to ask my guys that. Jalen is a really gritty, confident player. We can't let him get through a rhythm early or we're going to be in trouble. We'll have to keep our eye on how well this defense does against Brunson. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Brunson. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
He hears the whistle, and he keeps his concentration and is able to knock it down.
New York leading by 3. Left side, Brunson. Stolen by Jackson. Hits a 3-on-3 fast break. And it's good for 2.
Just a selfless play by Giannis. He knows all eyes are on him, so he dishes to a ready shooter.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance. I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
1 second left. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offense.
Tie game in Milwaukee. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks. Guys?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Jackson out there with Damian Lillard, and it's Prince in at small forward. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
I think in today's NBA, you've got to be a 3-level scorer. The midi is good for Jalen Brunson.
Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away. Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
Lillard against Bridges. Pass to Jackson. Launches a 3. Sinks it from distance. Jackson's got 5 points.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
The Bucks trail. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Bridges. Here's the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds in the game. Lillard outside. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Lopez, the screen on Brunson. Lopez finds Lillard. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point land. And it's New York with a rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Brunson against Lillard. Screen by Robinson. Here's Brunson. And a big finish by Robinson.
The athleticism of Mitchell Robinson is something to behold.
Stolen by Anunoby. For 3, Bridges. On target from range. And it's a 7-point Knick lead.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Counted from distance. Give him 8 points now. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Brunson passes to Towns. Back to Brunson. Towns on a screen. Pulls up at the elbow. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard, a screen on Bridges. Here's Jackson. Here's Lillard. Oh, Lillard just owning the paint.
It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. Lillard is a walking bucket.
Brunson looks it over. Pass to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And an excellent job distributing the ball tonight. You can really see his feel for the game.
And that's been his role pretty much from the opening tip. Get the ball to guys where they can score it.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Towns passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, the more repetition Mitchell Robinson gets, the more confidence that's on display. He is cooking right now.
Here's Brent. They set a pick. He takes it in. Lillard outside. From deep. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Ooh, Brunson, the sweet lefty stroke.
You can see the work Jalen Brunson has put into his game. Boy, the three-point stroke has really come a long way.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Robinson against Lillard. The 3 from Prince. Offensive rebound. It's not going to go for him. Right side, Anunoby. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And so it's New York. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts, Ali, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Direct your attention to center court and
a look here now at the Bucks. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the New York Knicks.
Seems like they can't.
Thanks for tuning in.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, it's been quite a game for Mitchell Robinson.
He's been on a tear so far, throwing down some vicious dunks. I was a little worried for the rim in the first half.
His power is unbelievable, an intimidating force when he's at his best.
So on the floor for New York, we've got Achua. Josh Hart is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Delon Wright, and it's Beauchamp in at the 2.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating. Brian, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career. Ooh, poked away. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
No, make no mistake, guys. One of the more effective second-round picks we have in the NBA. Tucker provides a steady diet of production.
Right against Trent. Outside Hart. Basket's good. Hart's got his first points of the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Doris, it's hard to believe the Knicks title drought has gone on for over 50 years now.
Oh, that fan base is just dying for an opportunity to win the championship. And here's the thing, B.A., what I love about that fan base, through all the years where the Knicks struggled, on any given night, that building is as electric as any in the league.
Pass to Beauchamp. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by Portis. The Bucks trail by 14. The floater. Achua with some nice D.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Here's Tucker. Drills it from deep. Tucker's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, sometimes it's about the tireless work ethic of Tucker because he's made himself into a solid shooter.
That one's good. Sims.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Right. And that one's good.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Here's Sims. Achua defending. Oh, it's stolen by Tucker. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
New York ball.
While we have a moment, let's check out the highest scoring teams in the league last season. The 4th spot held by Milwaukee.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Here's Hart.
Long wingspan and excellent feet by Kyle Kuzma, just staying all over his man right there.
Foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Bucks trail by 17. Connaughton with the ball. Hart covering. Shot's good by Connaughton.
It's not easy to work the ball inside of this league, but they've done it all night.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Right on the left side. Tucker with a screen on Trent. Back to Tucker. Hard up top. Pulls up. It's hauled in by Portis.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Connaughton passes to Trent. 1:36 left in the third quarter here. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
A new lineup here for New York.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hit
Knicks leading by 15.
Substitution on the floor.
Brunson takes it himself, and a nice finish on the layup. Brunson's got 9 points.
If Brunson sees any daylight, he's going to attack. Did just that on the drive.
Kuzma outside. Trent for three. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And the Bucks going with a whole new group out there. Here's Brunson. Kicks it out Towns. The three. The rebound by Jackson. The Bucks trail by 17. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Brunson. Jackson for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8 points now.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
Wow, a level of physicality brought to OG Anunoby, and he says, I can match that. Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Brunson with the bucket.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Lillard passes to Antetokounmpo. Jacks up with three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got rebound number 8 now.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Good on the bucket.
Well, good position, feet set. Bridges totally ready to get the shot off in catch-and-shoot situations. Nicely done.
Here's Lopez, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
And so it's the New York Knicks, up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the three. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Knicks leading by 19. And here's Brunson from the arc. Drains the triple.
Challenging this D with the three ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit one in the first half, too.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Jackson. Now here's Lillard. Back to Antetokounmpo from outside the arc. Yes! Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Brunson with it. Jackson in his pocket. Off target with the three. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Bridges. The three ball. Here's Robinson. Out to Bridges. Towns, a screen on Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer, Bridges. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. To the left side wing. To the middle. Robinson with a steal. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. And Hart with a basket on the assist from Towns. Towns has got his 3rd assist of the night. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for New York.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Jackson. Here's Prince. Brunson defending. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Oh, my goodness!
That is incredible!
Powered it home!
Not fair at all. Did you see it?
Outside Brunson. Hart with a screen on Jackson. Here's Brunson outside. New York no good that time either. The Bucks trail by 20. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. New York making a switch here. And Anunoby's checked in.
Number 8, OG.
The Knicks have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in. Struggling this fourth quarter. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 8 assists in the game.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Brunson with it. He's picked up by Lillard. And Anunoby for 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Robinson with the block.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
The coaching staff has to be happy with the way they've limited their turnovers here.
Yeah, BA, that's hashtag facts. Just tremendous patience and self-control.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
They have proven to simply be the better team of the two, winning all 4 games in this season series.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Brunson.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today. Made great reads and distributed the ball accordingly.
Here's Brunson. Robinson in the post, covered by Lopez. Bridges on the attack, and it's Bridges with the jam.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
His jump shots improve every season. Antetokounmpo's got a great rhythm on his quick release shots. Just showing some tremendous authority controlling the boards. Love it.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
And Anunoby for 3. The putback. Back to Brunson. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. This one for 3. Nails it from 3.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And New York has possession. Here's Brunson. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 28. Guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
One more time for your 414 crew dance team.
Off the inbound pass. Off the mark. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that says a lot about this squad.
of NBA basketball. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Tuesday, they're off to Oklahoma City to face off with the Thunder. And then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Hayes in at center. And for Milwaukee, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
But the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
James against Lillard. Vanderbilt with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. James in the post. Lopez is there. LeBron, no luck. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Yeah, Kevin, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers a few minutes ago. Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. He's a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that probably means some double teams in LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Thank you, David. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Doncic against Jackson. Knocked loose. Clock at 6. Finney-Smith.
And Lopez did exactly what he had to there on that defensive stop. He just got right in his face and made it tough for him.
Prince in the post. Finney-Smith defending. Three-pointer, Lillard bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Doncic outside. Here's the floater.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
James, no good. Bucks leading by 4. Outside, Antetokounmpo. No good from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
LeBron James, power and athleticism on full display with the jam.
And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession.
Looking now at the numbers for Brook Lopez. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 12 points a game, almost 2.5 blocks, and 5 rebounds. And he's such a big presence for them on the inside.
Yeah, whether it's sending shots back airmail or cleaning the glass, he's the total package.
Prince in the post. Hayes on him. Giannis passes to Lillard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Lillard's got 7. Lakers trail by 4. Doncic outside. Pass to Hayes. Doncic left side. To the middle. Here's Vanderbilt. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Tipped away. Vanderbilt with the steal. Jumps up. And it's all evened up. He's got 6.
How many times have we seen that? I mean, LeBron going right through and into
the defense and finds a way to power through the contact as if he hasn't even been hit.
The kick out to Lopez. Good on the shot.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And stolen by Lillard. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Lillard with no one around. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
LeBron is screen on Jackson. Doncic kicks to LeBron. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
That's the competitive fire that burns with LeBron James. He's happy to come right back with one of his own.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer, Lillard. And the three ball is good. Lillard's got 13.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Bucks. He put together quite... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bucks.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all three levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Back to Doncic. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Giannis. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Excellent read from the veteran Lillard. He has a strong feel for how his teammates are open.
Doncic passes to James. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Vanderbilt, a screen on Giannis. Whoa! James strong flush off the drive.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Doncic. Vanderbilt with the steal. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. Here's Hayes. He nails it, and we're tied up. Hayes has got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, still such an outstanding distributor. James takes great joy in finding his teammates in their spots.
Oh, Clark!
Oh, my goodness! Are you kidding me? Woo-hoo!
James kicks to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt setting the pick for James. LeBron playing like a big man inside.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
There's the triple. From range, LeBron is good. Coaching staffs, Clark, have certainly grown since your time in the league. Do you think that can lead to too many voices in the locker room?
I really don't think that's an issue, Kevin, because no matter how many coaches you have, typically they are all in sync, and the head coach has usually put his staff together, and therefore they're moving in the same direction.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. 6 points for him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal.
Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Luka's peripheral vision off the chart. Get wide open, and he's going to find you.
It's rebounded by Doncic. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter, and good that time.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Bucks trail by 6. Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
Another monster night for Dame. Par for the course with him.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Len's checked in for the Lakers. Let's take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Brook Lopez third.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
The shot by Len, wide open. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists in the game. That is Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Back to Doncic. Vanderbilt, a screen on Jackson. Doncic passes to Len. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bucks trail by 7, and it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Vanderbilt against Jackson. Can't connect from short range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
James with it. Lillard picks him up. Doncic kicks to Len. In the corner, Finney Smith with it. Pass to Doncic. 3 on the clock. Pulls up from the corner. Lopez with the block. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Bucks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Lillard surveying the D. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. He takes it in. Kicks it out to Prince. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for...
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Lakers.
As a team, you love a night like this.
Thanks for spending half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Bobby Portis out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Gary Trent. Then there's Kevin Porter. And it's Sims in at the 5 spot. Pass to Porter. Here's Sims. the pass to Hachimura. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Bobby Portis.
Hachimura putting pressure on the defense. That's exactly what they want to get out of it.
Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg, what's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Reeves the pass to Hachimura. Back to Reeves. Here's Len. A three-pointer is right on target. Len's got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Basket good. Portis has got his first points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Releases from 15. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. D.A. thanks. Bucks trail by 8. And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Second in field goal percentage, and they also showed up in terms of passing. 5th in assists. No doubt they relied on that motion offense, and their player movement was always consistent.
And their field goal percentage speaks to what a patient team they were last season. Good shot selection was certainly the key to their system. Got a hand on it.
Important that Hachimura continues to make an impact on the defensive end. Terrific block right there.
Reeves outside. And there's the defensive 3-second call. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
Yeah, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
Off the inbound, no good. Bucks trail by 7. Stolen by Reeves. Pass to Len. Over Porter. And a nice play by Len as he scores. That's now 8 points for Alex Len.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Trent kicks to Porter. Back to Trent. Kuzma against Kleba. And Kuzma slams it in.
I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happened.
And so Milwaukee again turning it over.
And let's take a look at Kyle Kuzma's numbers. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 22 points per game last season, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Sims. Pass to Porter. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. And Trent now top of the key. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot is good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Milton's shot is good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Second team foul.
15 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Reeves outside. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got his fourth rebound in this one. Now here's Porter. It's stolen by Hachimura. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Doncic out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the center position.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket. And the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Jackson misses.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
James outside. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. Now, Coach really laid into them. He said, we're too loose with it. Tighten it up. These turnovers are going to cost us if we keep giving the ball away. We're better than this. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. And he makes the first. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
All sorts of time. It's a big high bounce and goes in. And the Lakers lead by 14.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Three-pointer, Lillard. A rebound by the Lakers. Over to the left wing. And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Lopez drives in. LeBron grabs the miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
There are very few guys that move with the grace that Antetokounmpo does on his drive. He's got an easy, long, ground-eating gait. It's very effective.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. That shot off the mark. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Doncic passes to Hayes. Here's Vanderbilt. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Jackson finds Lillard. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lakers leading by 17. James with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The shot's good.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Outside, James. And he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And finally making the adjustments necessary to get a win in this three-game series. Unfortunately for them, though, they'll still finish the year with a losing record of 1-2 against the Bucks.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And again, the Lakers no good. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks, trailing by 17. And here are the Lakers. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Doncic over Jackson. The second chance effort.
LeBron James.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.